Here are 5 things that every young man who grows up with an absent or negative father needs to understand. The first thing is, it's not your fault. A very common question or feeling is, why is it my dad doesn't love me? And the conclusion that you'll make in your childhood or as you're growing up is that there's something wrong with you. If you were okay, your dad would love you and be there for you and choose and want to be in your life. It's a very normal feeling. But you need to understand that it's not your fault that he has chosen either to be negative or to not be there when you need him. When I was writing the book, The Map to Manhood, you can check it out in the link in the bio or in the description. I interviewed a number of men. They were adult men who had been raised with an absent or negative father. I asked them what they would tell a young man who was growing up today with an absent or negative father. And almost every one of them said, it's not your fault. Most of them got emotional while they were telling me that, because it's a very common feeling that there is something wrong with you if your dad isn't in your life. Think about what that does to your self-esteem. Think about what that does to your confidence. If you grow up feeling like there's something inherently wrong with you, otherwise your dad would want to be in your life, it's not going to help you with your self-confidence. It's not going to help you with your self-esteem. That's a tough start in life. That's why the very first thing you need to understand is that it's not your fault. The second thing you need to understand is that you can still experience happiness, joy, and fulfillment in life, even if you have a negative or absent father. It's important for you to understand that, because that gives you a target to move forward to. And it's not just because that gives you motivation to move forward, it's also true. You can have positive, happy experiences in your family life if that's something you want. The fourth thing you need to know is you get to choose. If you want those positive experiences, you can have them. You get to choose. In fact, you're making a choice every day about what kind of experiences you're going to have. What kind of choices are you making? Are you choosing to be better than your upbringing? Are you doing the things that are going to help you have those positive experiences? The fifth thing you need is positive example, someone to follow. In most cases, you can figure it out by yourself, but it is a heck of a lot easier if you have someone to look up to. In your life, who would that be? Do you have an uncle that you look up to, that's fun to be with, that you know loves you, likes to be with you, cares about you, wants good for you? Does your grandfather, one of your grandfathers, are they filling that role? I was very fortunate because I had a lot of good examples. I had older brothers that set for me positive examples in some ways. I had my friends' dads, and I looked up to them. But there was one in particular, and his name was Mark Gould. If you check out the book, The Map to Manhood, it's dedicated to Mark. Mark was a surrogate dad for me. He was my stepdad when I was growing up. What I learned most from him was that I had worth. And I learned that because he loved me, and I felt that love. You need to find someone in your life that you know loves you. And there is someone that loves you. So don't feel like nobody does. You can be better than your upbringing, but you make that choice, then what do? You look around for an example. Okay, well, who can I follow? Who can I emulate? What if you can't find anyone? What do you do then? That's why I started this channel. For those of you that feel like there's nobody there, my goal is to give you some help to point you in the right direction. And more than just making videos, I put together a course that is available online. One of the reasons I haven't been posting as much over the last month and a half or 2 months is I've been working on a course for just this very reason. I want you to have the tools, more than just the video of how to fix something around the house that I post most of the time. But for those of you young men that need some direction or want some direction, or recognize that your life is not going in a positive way and you want to make a change, but you don't know what to do, this course is for you. It's 8 weeks. Each week you get a new lesson. They're short, bite-sized actions that you can work on each week. And they will help you figure out how to move forward, how to put your life in order, from dealing with taking care of your space, taking care of yourself, learning how to manage money, things that will help you get that happiness that we talked about in the second step. But it's not just going to magically happen. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort, but it's worth every bit of effort. If you want some direction, check out the Manhood Reset. That's the name of the course. There's a link to that in the bio or in the description also. So remember, if you've grown up with an absent or negative father, it is not your fault. It does not mean something's wrong with you. You still get to choose what kind of a life you're going to have. You can choose to be better than your upbringing. You need some positive examples to follow. Uncles, grandfathers, men in the neighborhood, teachers, coaches, whoever that is, you need someone as a positive role model that you can seek to emulate, that you can follow their example. You need to make the choice. That's the fourth step. You get to, but you need to make a choice. Make it consciously. Don't just drift through life. Make the decision yourself. And fifth, you need to know how to go forward. If you don't have a good example that you can follow or someone that you can show you, check out the course I put together just for you. Remember, you can still succeed even if your dad's not part of your daily life, and you do have a dad that loves you. And I'll see you on the next video.